Now, CUSA is going to be opening in Hong Kong next Wednesday. What are the ticket sales like? What are you expecting?
Ticket sales have been strong, very strong. In fact, we're tracking higher than the last time they were here 7 years ago, and I think that's a lot to do with the product. I mean, it's one of Cirque's longest-running shows. It's been around since 2007. It's sold over 8 million tickets around the world across 50 cities, yeah, and 5 continents. So we're bullish with regards to how it's going. We're not even quietly confident. We're bullish. The response has been very, very positive so far.
Now, just behind you, there's a big window, and we are overlooking the big top. And I'm going to ask the control room now to zoom outside. We want to look at where the Cirque du Soleil CUSA is going to be showing. And you can see the tent there right next to the Ferris wheel. And you guys at GEG were part of raising the big top in the city. That marked the official arrival of CUSA to Hong Kong. What goes into bringing an event like this into the city?
Well, there's a lot of collaboration with a lot of different organisations. First of all, we've got a new joint venture with our partners from Korea, Mast International, who have produced the show 7 times or many Cirque shows 7 times in Korea. Then with our joint venture, we've collectively signed up with Cirque du Soleil and brought them over 80, 90 containers arrived. 200 people have come along with the cast and crew. A very, very colourful cast and crew of people from all over the world. We've had to get 200 visas, which has been which has been a smooth process with the support of the Hong Kong government, with the Cultural, Sport and Tourism Bureau. It takes quite a lot of money, to produce any show on the Hong Kong harbourfront on that iconic piece of land. Takes some investment, but so far, we have been overwhelmed with the positive response. It's been 7 years since anything like this has been in Hong Kong. It is a world-class, second-to-none show, and the people are definitely voting with their ticket purchasing right now.
Now, with that ticket purchasing, what kind of turnout are you expecting? What is the socioeconomic benefit expected, projected for Hong Kong when 150 touring members of CUSA Cirque du Soleil will be coming to the city? And how many people do you think it can attract internationally to Hong Kong?
Well, we're looking to about 120,000 tickets being our target, and we're doing very well so far, as I said. I'll give you the final numbers once we finish the show. We're bringing those people. We have to put them up. We're working with a great hotel on the harbourfront, the Renaissance, hosting our cast and crew. We hire 200 or 300 people to work on the show throughout. It's in the hundreds of millions of Hong Kong dollars that will be contributed to the economy through every different service provider, whether it be the F&B, whether it be the trucks, whether it be the insurance companies, the shipping companies, and so on. So it's a big contribution. And with regards to overseas, we've now had the luxury of 2 years of working as part of the Greater Bay Area. So we know very much how to communicate with our guests from the Greater Bay. And there are a number of different types of tourists, as we've discussed before. The assault tourists, which are the day tourists for 3 or 4 hours, which I was corrected the other day, and they call themselves special forces tourists. And then we've got the one we're striving for here is the higher net spender who's going to stay overnight. So we have to communicate in a different way with them. But they are, again, we're working with Klook and Trip.com and all these guys that understand how to find these consumers from overseas, from Guangdong or Shenzhen, and they are definitely coming.
Now, we really have seen this momentum in the Hong Kong market. Now, Kai Tak Sports Park opened just very recently. We had the Rugby Sevens. And on that note, just want to do a proud dad moment and a snapshot here of Max Denmark. He is a player on the Hong Kong Rugby Sevens team, and with the Rugby Sevens that was held, that was followed by Coldplay, Nicholas Tse, all of these big events taking place in Hong Kong now. Talking about the momentum in mega events, is it sustainable?
I think absolutely. I'm slightly horrified and proud at the same time of what you've just done there with my son, but he and the Hong Kong team did do Hong Kong proud. I think the opening of the stadium has been the tipping point for what we've all been striving for over the last few years. The turnout of the Sevens was unbelievable, and it was a real spike in overseas travellers that we hadn't seen for many years. Following quickly along the week after, 2 weeks after, with Coldplay doing 4 sold-out shows, it was just a magical experience for everybody. This was all happening at the end of May, of course, at the same time as Art Month, Art Week, Basel was sold out, Art Central was sold out. We did an exhibition behind the wheel with Huang Yulong from China, who's now touring that exhibition back into China. Is it sustainable? Absolutely. I believe that we're in a purple patch. Last time we were here, I said we're in the ascendancy. I think that what we've delivered so far as a community, from a production perspective, we've had, after Coldplay, we've had Nicholas Chair sold out, we've had JJ Lin sold out, we've had Mayday sold out, all at the stadium. Next up is Jay Chow, and then in the summer we've got people like football, like Arsenal Tottenham, which is an unbelievable game of football to watch for anybody. Plus Liverpool against AC Milan. Then you go into the anime shows, and then you go into the book fair, and then before we know it, Clock and Flap is back at the end of the year. Plus Symphony Under the Stars, Wine and Dine, and a Carnival. So the year, from a Hong Kong perspective, the calendar is full, and it's growing, and there are a lot of institutional events there that people are expecting, but they're also very excited and will expect more year after year. And talking to the KTSP guys, they really have got a long run. With the likes of Chris Martin performing in Hong Kong, then going online, telling the world how fabulous his experience was. Of course, that's helping with other performers all wanting to come. So I don't think we'll see any shortage of performances over there, but also around the city with other cultural events.
Now, I do have to take note here that we are seeing a spike in COVID cases in Hong Kong, also in Singapore. Could that throw a spanner in the works?
No, not necessarily. I don't think so. I think if any, there was one market in the world that understood how to manage it, albeit for quite a long time. It was Hong Kong. And in fact, when COVID struck in 2019-20 on New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, we were 2 weeks into the Carnival being open, and the Carnival stayed open all the way through till the middle of February during that breakout of COVID. And people in Hong Kong are used to wearing masks and also going about their daily life. So I don't think that will impact. I also think the numbers are really not very significant. And I don't think people around the rest of the world generally even talk about COVID as COVID. It's generally the flu these days. So I think we're good.